response. Sure. Shrikantji, your video is not visible for you. Faiz, are we ready to go? Yeah, Faiz, am I audible? Am I audible, Priyanshi?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Am I audible, Faiz?
Yes, sir.
Sure, sure. Excellent. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to final day of Conference 3.7 on leadership and management strategies for achieving success. We hope you all had a restful evening and are ready for another day of insightful discussions and valuable learning.
Absolutely, sir. It was an incredible journey exploring the topic. So let's continue our discussion and hope everybody enjoys it. Our first speaker of the day is Mr. Lokesh Tardalkar. He is currently pursuing a Doctor of Philosophy, PhD, at the University of Mumbai. Strategic partnerships, and social media marketing. Lokesh holds certification from prominent programs such as the Startup India Learning Program and Introduction to Conservation, as well as storytelling for impact through photography. His passion for photography is reflected in his work as both a photographer and an impactful storyteller. Among his notable achievements, Lokesh has been recognized as Citizen Journalist of the Month and also has won the Best Paper Award at the National Multidisciplinary Research Conference on the Crisis of COVID-19 and India. Additionally, he has been honored as an outstanding tour operator in the wildlife sector, further showcasing his versatility and commitment to impactful work.
Next up, we have Dr. Tarun Madan Kanade, who stands out as a distinguished young academic and literary figure, recognized for his profound insights and prolific contributions. His work spans multiple books, insightful chapters, groundbreaking research papers, and guest lectures, making significant impacts as both national and international levels. A fervent traveler, Dr. Kanade's journeys to over 11 plus countries are driven by his quest for knowledge, which he meticulously documents to benefit educators and practitioners both. He has actively participated in over 20 international conferences and 25 national conferences, frequently serving as a keynote speaker at more than 10 of these events. Dr. Kanade has mentored numerous young aspirants, guiding them in their educational and research endeavors. His scholarly contributions include over 25 research papers and 5 authored books. He continuously learns and adapts new knowledge into his professional and personal growth, consistently providing valuable insights and contributions to the society.
Moving on, we also have Professor Dr. Namita Rajput. She has served as the principal OSD at Sri Aurobindo College, EB, at the University of Delhi for a term of 3 years, April 2017 to May 2020, and she has an enriching experience as an associate professor at the Department of Commerce, Sri Aurobindo College Morning since December 1, 1995. Before 1995, she was also teaching in other premium colleges of the University of Delhi, like Kamla Nehru College, Venkateshwar College, Shivaji College since August 1991. She completed her Masters in Commerce, securing First Division from Hindu College, and also a PhD in International Business, Delhi at the Delhi School of Economics. She has pursued that as well, and also a postdoctoral research fellowship program in finance for the department from the Department of Financial Studies, South Campus at the University of Delhi.
Next up, we have none other than Mr. Shrikant Prasad, who brings over 15 plus years of experience in financial analysis, treasury operations, and trading with expertise in budgeting, costing, and actuarial sciences. He is skilled in statistical and econometric analysis, applying economic concepts to address complex issues. His extensive knowledge spans global financial institutions like the World Bank, IMF, WTO, OECD, ADB, and WEF. Srikanth has demonstrated expertise in designing and implementing financial systems and procedures, ensuring compliance with statutory standards like IFRS and US GAAP. He excels in developing and maintaining international cash flow forecasts, financial reporting, and business planning. Srikantji's operational knowledge includes trade finance under FEMA guidelines, retail banking, and international banking practices, along with a strong understanding of the commodities industry.
Next up, we have Dr. Pooja Singh. She has nearly 11 years of teaching experience, specializing in economics, econometrics, and international business. She currently serves as the department head at the Amity School of Economics, Amity University in Greater Noida. Dr. Singh earned her D.Phil in Economics from the University of Allahabad and is a UGC NET qualified in both economics and women's studies. She is a life member of the Indian Economic Association and the Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand Economic Association. She has published over 20 research articles in various international and national journals. Currently, she supervises her Currently, she also supervises 20 of her Currently, she supervises two research scholars and she has been granted three design patents, filed seven utility patents, and registered eight copyrights. With experience in organizing international competitions and faculty development programs, she has also served as the chief editor for an upcoming book titled The Shapes of Economic Recovery. Dr. Singh aims to foster an innovative education environment that promotes student growth while maintaining a commitment to research and academic excellence, contributing to various journals and institutions like the FICCI and the Center for WTO Studies.
Last but not the least, we welcome CS Dr. Mohit Shaw, who is the current chairman of EIRC of ICSI and a distinguished academician and professional with a wealth of experience in company secretarial practice, corporate governance, and education. Serving as the chairman of the Institute of Company Secretaries of India, Eastern India Regional Council, Dr. Shaw plays a pivotal role in advancing corporate governance and professional development. He holds a PhD from Tika Manji University, Bhagalpur, reflecting his dedication to academic excellence. Dr. Shaw's educational background is further bolstered by a graduation in accountancy and a BA LLB, providing a strong legal and financial foundation. His expertise is also reinforced by a double master's degree in commerce and corporate governance, showing his comprehensive knowledge of corporate affairs. We are grateful for all of your presence and eagerly anticipate your valuable insights and contributions in today's conference. We would also like to inform all of you that the HR team is conducting polls in the chat box throughout the session, and we do encourage your active participation in them. Now, before we begin our discussion and take it further, I would like to request all attendees and participants who have their webcams on to kindly switch it on. Due to certain technical issues that occurred yesterday, all participants with the webcams off shall be removed from the meeting within 5 to 10 minutes of beginning. Abhishek, Benjamin, Manisha, Shubham, Samiksha, Shrikantji, please. Meenal, Dipanshu, Salina, Sonam, Lakshmi, Reema, Anush, Shravani, Sumina, Mehak, please switch on your webcams. Sure. Meanwhile, I would like to request Ms. Vaishali Shri to maintain a standard professional decorum within the meeting. Let's start our discussion by inviting Dr. Pooja to commence her speech and share her insights with all of us. Yeah. Am I audible, Pooja ji?
Yes, you're audible.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Pooja ji, if you can just switch on your webcam and begin your presentation, it would be a pleasure. Sure. Do you wish to share your screen, Pooja ji?
This is my session right now. I think the time is 7.
Yeah, it's your session. Actually, some of our speakers are not present, so I would like to request you to take over.
Okay,
Sure, sure,
right. Just give me a moment.
sure, sure.
I think I'm not able to share my screen. Can I start the
Sure,
session?
sure. Vaishali ji, if you can just permit Pooja ji to share her screen, it would be a pleasure. Am I audible, Vaishali ji? Sure. You can try sharing your screen now, Pooja ji.
Yeah. Yes. Is that possible? I think it's with the wastage of time. Can I start the session without?
It's totally
All
fine.
right.
Sure.
Uh, Sorry for the interruption, but I think this will be a very fruitful session going to be. I'm going to talk about the strategy for implementing the circular economy principle in business management and how going to be benefit for the entire economy. So, good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure to chair this session, and it's a very important topic. So, before driving into the strategy, let's understand what is the circular economy. It is actually everyone known about the circular economy. I think everyone have the basic idea about the circular economy principle and all. The reuse and recycle the principle and
Yeah, Pooja ji, you have been muted. Am I audible? Yeah, am I audible, Pooja ji? I guess there are some technical issues on our end. Sonam, am I audible? Sure. Pooja ji, am I audible? Are there any technical issues that you're facing? In that case, you can just drop a text message. Sure. Uh, Priyanshi ji, I guess we can invite the next speaker over till Pooja ji navigates through our technical issues.
Okay, sir, sure then.
Sure.
So now I would request Mr. Shrikant to commence his speech.
Sure.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible
I
now,
think
Pooja
there
ji.
is a network issue from my behalf. I'm not able to.
Do you have a Wi-Fi connection, Pooja ji?
Yes, I do have a Wi-Fi connection, but I think there is some technical glitch. I'm really sorry for this.
No
Should
issues,
I
no
continue?
issues. You are audible and visible both. Please continue.
Okay.
Sure.
So we were there like circular economy, the importance of circular economy. So before dive into the strategy, let's deeply understand the circular economy, what it is. Circular economy is the economic system that's aimed to eliminate the waste and continually use the resources by rethinking the product life cycle from design to disposal, right? Everyone knows about it. We use this concept in our daily life. So unlike the traditional linear economy where the businesses take the raw material, make product and then dispose of them, so this is called the circular economy, focuses on keeping product, component and material in use for as long as possible, extracting minimum value from them. So for business, the circular economy is not just about environmental responsibility, but it's a significant shift towards a sustainable growth. With resource constraints and increasing consumer awareness, businesses must move towards circular economy to remain competitive and resilience in the long term. if uh, if we going to be talk about the key strategy related to the implementing of circular economy is business management. Now let's discuss some of the key strategy that business can adopt to transition into a circular economy. Firstly, we can talk about like the circular design and the product innovation. Right, like the first strategy is to rethinking product design. To succeed in circular economy, the businesses must shift towards the designing product that should be more durable, repairable, or recyclable. So this means that considering how a product can be easily disassembled for repair or recycling at the end of its life, the product life. For example, Philips, the global technology company, has created a linear of modular lighting solution. Right, so these products can be upgraded, repaired easily. When you're going to Google, so you can find what this innovation has been created by the Philips company. So this prolonging their lifespan, it's increasing the product life cycle. So such design innovation ensure less waste in generating while maximizing the resource efficiency. And economics, we talk about we have a limited resources and we want to get a maximum output from it. So circular economy is the best example of it, of this economic principle. Next, we can talk about under this concept is the how we can that's the resource efficiency and waste reduction. Under this objective, we can say like the second strategy is being going to be talk about improving the resource efficiency and minimizing the waste through the closed loop system. In this approach, the businesses create a process that recover, reuse material within the company itself and ensuring that the waste is minimized. So, additionally, through industrial symposiums, the company can collaborate to exchange by a product or waste to which one business can use as a resources. In this case, the famous example is the eco-industrial park in Denmark. I have given this example to my students, where multiple companies exchange energy, water, waste product, and creating a symbiotic relationship that benefit all participants. For instance, the one company steam waste become another energy resources and reducing overall waste and resource consumption. Right. In this case, the one more the model we can talk about the product as a service model. Uh, this is called PaaS model, the product as a service model, where instead of selling a product outright, the company often them as a services. So this approach shift to the focus from selling high volume of product to creating a long lasting services uh, to anyone. So excellent example is Royal Royce, powered by the business model where the airline pay for the flight hour of jet engine rather than owning them. So Royal Royce remain responsible for maintaining the engine, which incentivizes them to ensure longevity and efficiency. So this model encourage creating a product that lasts longer and require less frequent replacement. Next, we can talk about under the circular economy business strategy is the reverse logistic and recycling. Under this, we can say that this business model to take back used product from consumer for recycling, refurbishing और resale. So like अभी nowadays हम एक example ले सकते हैं in this case कि everybody using a blanket. So while we are ordering a product from the blanket, we do have a paper bag. ये जो paper bag है इनका reuse हो सकता है. So that's anybody can think about it and go for a patent. So this system allow the company to recover material and reintroduce them into the product cycle. So for instance, a Dell offer a comprehensive electronics recycling program that allow customer to return the old computers, which Dell then repurchases, recycle responsibly. So these take back program reduces the electronic waste while providing a Dell with material that can be reused. Another way we can talk about like the collaboration across the value chain, the successful implementation of the circular economy, which require the collaboration across the value chain. Business need to work closely with supply distributors and with customers to ensure that the circular principle are adhered at every stage. For example, Unilever as work extensively with suppliers to promote sustainable sourcing practices such as sustainable source palm oil. So these collaborations ensure that both upstream and downstream stakeholders are committed to sustainability goals. Moreover, the partnership with the government, NGO, and the academic institution can help business innovate and share knowledge. Coca-Cola has partnered with non-profit and government globally to improve recycling infrastructure, ensuring that they recover and reuse bottles in their supply chain. Right. The other way we can talk about the digitalization and the circular economy, in which we can say that the digital technology leveraging to optimize circular principles like AI, IoT, the data analytics can play crucial role in tracking product life cycle and predicting the maintenance need and optimizing resource use. So with the use of more AI and IT technology, we can efficiently use our limited resources. For example, the digital tool can monitor product performance, helping companies the anticipate repair needs for optimized end of life management. So, the platform like Circular IQ enable business to ensure the circularity of their product and make data driven decision to improve sustainability. Legislation and policy alignment, if we talk in this case, we can say it is crucial for business to stay ahead of regulatory trend. The governments are increasingly mandating the sustainability practices and waste reduction. There's so many government policies which is going on, which align this the sustainability approach, the startup approach, the MSME funding, seed funding. These all principles are aligned with the sustainability approach, the recycle a circular economy principle, comparatively to the linear model. Let's switch to the circular economy concept. So, aligning with these regulations not only ensure the compliances but also open with the opportunity for incentives such as tax benefits, subsidies, and for the early adopters. So, for instance, the European Union Circular Economy Action Plan, they include the sticker regulation on product design, waste management, and recycling. So, businesses that align with these policies are likely to be better prepared for future regulation and enjoy a competitive edge. This is there are other than so many strategies we can talk about it under this. Moreover, these are the major issues which we can say. If we talk about the challenges and the opportunity for the business in this case, of course, the implementing the circular economy principle is not easy a task, but like yes, that's come with the challenges. The business may face the higher initial cost to redesign the product. We are using disposable glasses for the tea and coffee, and we dispose of after having it. But what the purpose, what we are giving to the nature, what we are doing it with the society. If we can reuse this disposable glass, while we can rehygiene this product, we can reuse, make a reusable product. So that can be the resource, this call be the resource efficiency. There's so many ideas which can come out from this thought process. If anybody wants to do for the nature, for the circular economy principle, definitely anything definitely will come out. So in this case, if the consumer awareness can be a barrier, as not at all customer understand the value of the circular product, but somehow it can be some of the barrier. However, the opportunity for outweigh these challenges, the business can unlock a new revenue stream through services, enjoy increased customer loyalty, and stay ahead of future regulatory requirements. So, in addition, the circular economy principle help build a positive brand image, which is increasingly important to eco-conscious consumer. Uh, at the end, I just want to say the transition to a circular economy is not just an environmentally obligation; it's an economic imperative. A business that adopt the circular economy principle will reduce the cost, will drive the innovation, and ensure long-term sustainability. A business model, we have the power to shape the future. Let's embrace this innovation and collaboration and sustainability. Together, we can ensure that our business thrive in a circular economy while contributing to a greater good of society and environment. Thank you so much. If anyone have any questions, so please ask.
Sure. Aurora, ji, if you can take it from me.
Thank you so much, Ms. Pooja, for the amazing and insightful speech. I would like to ask one of the questions which is related to the conference only.
Yes, please.
That what leadership style do you prefer actually?
What leadership?
Yes, ma'am.
Will you please repeat the question?
Ma'am, I have asked that what leadership style do you prefer actually and why so?
As being a teacher, there is as being a leader, there should be a strategy, and everybody should have like. Mm, Firstly, the optimization of the resources efficiently, and the team management is more important. Everybody should have the motivation toward the complete the task. So this is all about the leadership. These are the two. Other than the other elements are also there, but I think, in my perspective, these two elements are important, which need to be taken care while processing any business strategy.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you for the response. And another question is that in a team, how do you think, like, what is the best way of motivating the whole team to do or to perform a particular task?
Yeah, Poojaji, we cannot hear you.
Okay, am I audible now?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
I'm at home, so my son is here, so that I'm really sorry for this. So, yes, yes, please.
Yes, ma'am. I have asked that. What? How do you think that? What is the best way of motivating a team as a leader?
Everybody have a different skills. Everybody have their different thought process. As a leader, we need to take care what everybody like how they want to contribute for the particular task. If we going to listen to everyone, definitely at the end of the result, very will be good. So it's important to give importance to everyone. Whatever the team members you have, 20 or 30 people, definitely you need to listen to everyone. The psychological impact is more important than to other the physically presence during the task. If you are emotionally attached with the your objective, definitely being a leader, it is need to be understand that is there any issue with any team leader, and other than the motivation factor, like if any team leader is highlighting the importance of every team member, like he or she has doing very well, so this is the one way to motivate the team members. So uh, these are the two things should need to be taken care.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the response once again. And now I would request you to please share your email address in the chat box, so all those people who have any further queries will then reach out to you on your email address as well.
Sure, sure.
Poojaji, just before the you complete your session, I had a last question for you. Since
Yes.
you are a teaching professional from the management education field, basically, so my question is, whenever we actually divide, yeah, let it be students in a classroom or let it be entrepreneurs or working in teams, whenever we actually divide them by ourselves into teams, and
Yes.
whenever they divide themselves by themselves, they choose a team for themselves, it usually leads to a like issue, that is a timeline issue, as in when we speak of democratic leadership wherein people are actually choosing their teams by themselves, it leads to a timeline issue wherein they actually need a lot of more time to consider, wherein when we place them within teams there are usually disputes. So which method do you believe that entrepreneurs must choose during case simulation exercises?
During the case simulation exercise, being a
Yeah, exactly.
academician, my perspective definitely will be the like a teacher, like how I can treat with a student while I'm teaching and telling them like these are the particular case. Like in my presentation, I've talked about some of the cases which is the company have adopted the principle of circular economy concept. But hypothetically, if I can say I'm not the entrepreneur, I'm sure I'm not be going to be a right answer for this. But hypothetically, I can say the entrepreneur should have the idea about the optimization of their the entrepreneur have a limited resources, so how they can optimize like in the given resources and get the optimum result. So in this case, entrepreneur need to complete their project on time. Somehow the entrepreneur cannot be able to sustain into the economy. They are after a period of time they are running their business in the loss, but because of the wrong perception of the business strategy or the business plan. the wrong strategy and business plan can only be depend upon when you have no idea about the economic perspective, investment strategy, and the business growth, right? So before entering into the market, every entrepreneur should have the basic idea about the last particular financial year. What was your project demand? So projection of supply and projection of demand is more important. The accuracy of the projection, demand and supply gap will always create the gap of your demand and supply always create a consumer shifting towards to the new product or new another brand. So these three things, I think the entrepreneur should need to be taken care while entering into the new business idea or the market.
Thank you for response. That's it. Please do share your email for your like for any queries that the audience might have later on. Sure.
Thank you everyone for listening me and you for patiently listening me all ideas. If you have any questions, you can reach me out on my email ID. Definitely, I'm share my email ID here in the chat box. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Further moving ahead, we would like to invite Dr. Tanu Kanade to commence his speech and share his valuable insights with all of us.
Good evening, everyone. Am I audible? Okay. Thank you once again to the SK Associates and the group, and to all the members who are present here on a very busy day like the Ganesh Visarjan happening in various parts of India as well. You might be knowing. Still in the evening they are here. So I would be not taking much of the time, but in short, like the theme for the conference is leadership management strategies for achieving this success. Am I correct? The SK team. Okay, so the mainly the few of the point lines are there. Like whenever any entrepreneur or you can say as a well-established business person wish to uh, show his leadership skill, it's not a one-day activity. Like within the night or overnight, the person is becoming the leader. Obviously, there's a strong path which he has to go, setting the vision and the goal. Coming to the example, I will be explaining each of my point with the examples. The example of the Elon Musk. Everyone might be knowing the Elon Musk. At one of the time, like 10, 15 years, he was nowhere, not even known by any of the people. Even the name was not there. But suddenly, in last 5, 7 years, he is among the top 5 billionaires among the world, the global list. What exactly his vision or the mission was there? To define somewhat a multi-planetary species driven, like the SpaceX mission. Everyone might be knowing. He is having a different own satellite identifying various whatever species or living things are being existing on the different planets somewhere compared to the NASA. But even NASA is a government organization. It has taken around various decades, more than 4, 5 decades. They are at that level, but somewhere having a different vision. He is there at a particular level now. The next coming to the effective communication. Effective communication, whenever a person or a leader, even into the corporate world, the manager is there. If the manager is particularly communicating the whatever information to his team, then only the team can achieve the success or the targets. The basic example like a communication department, like we are saying a coding organization. Like in India, TCS is among one of the top. Just a minute. Huh? TCS is one of the top organization in global platform having the highest value. Even we are going to the share market value, it's like 4.5k value. Or the Microsoft, if the person or what are the requirements exactly communicated to the coder, then only coder can exactly do the communication and form the coding skills. Depending on this, it's a much important. Similarly, the Satya Nadella is there. Like most of the conglomerates, the US organization, they are having the top levels Indians as their CEOs. Somewhere we believe that Indians are having the most efficient communication skills. It might be due to the multilingual country, like maximum countries they are having a single language. But where in India there are more than 5 to 10,000 official languages. Approx every district is having a language. The next come points to like empowerment and delegation. Empowerment, what exactly the power you are having in decision making powers or innovation or somewhat the creativity which you are making. Going to the back history, like was Amazon having that power? No. Or Nokia was one of the time, Nokia was one of the topmost cell phone distributors or the manufacturer for the global platform level. But what exactly was the Nokia's innovation? They were creating the toilet papers. everyone might be knowing. Or even Amazon, we are considering Amazon was the library. They were giving the books on the rental. But now Amazon is one of the topmost, not the top, but one of the topmost among five e-commerce websites or e-commerce platforms on the global level. Nokia, it has brought the innovation. Like many of the children, they are like next generation. Can I ask how many of there are like 1990s born till 1995 born? Any members are there? They might have seen the variation of the Nokia mobiles from black and white, the antenna, then the opening was there, 360-degree gaming platforms. Okay, so Advocate Larry Naidu, they have raised that. So they might have seen the variation, how the Nokia has been varied. So somewhere Nokia has brought the innovation. What exactly the innovation was there? These brought themselves empowerment to powering themselves, being a brand onto the planet. The next comes to the adaptability and the flexibility. What is the adaptability? Netflix. Everyone having the Netflix. Many of them might not having the subscription. Somewhere they might be bypassing using the torrent. Am I right? Okay, so many of them are using torrent as well. The Netflix was the rentals for the DVDs, digital video disc. They were renting the DVDs, but somewhere now Netflix is one of the top player, for online platforms. Even the movies are not releasing into the theaters; they are tying up with the online platforms. Netflix is there, Hotstar is there, the Amazon version, Prime Video is there. So Netflix has adapted to the change of the organization. The people are getting bored by seeing the continuous movie like 3.5 hours, or the English movies like 2.5 hours. So Netflix has updated it into an online mode where the person can subscribe it and use it whenever they want. Initially, obviously, they have given the free subscription for a month in India, but they are having the free subscription now. The answer is no. But going to the US or Canadian part, they are nowadays also having the free subscription for the 1 month. So they have kept the flexibility because people are using there. In India, somewhere the fraud cases, or it's not exactly the fraud. People are creating new email IDs using new mobile numbers and then using that for the Netflix bill. The next comes to the emotional intelligence. What exactly the emotional intelligence is? Gathering the crowd emotionally, capturing the crowd emotionally. Have you seen the various television ads? The television ads like Surf Excel ad, the common I am seeing as a Surf Excel ad, every person I have seen on the dag achhe hote. Do you exactly know what are the contents of the Surf Excel or how it vary from the Tide or Nirma? No. Earlier days, they have created such a thought in the human process or in the human mind of a toothpaste organization, Colgate. Even nowadays, into coming to the third decade of the 21st century, even into some towns of the places, when the people are going into a shops, the local market shop, they are saying Colgate dena bhaiya. नहीं नहीं वो नहीं रेड वाला Colgate देना. Even if the close-up is not under Colgate, the brand has been fixed like a Colgate. So creating an emotional intelligence, bringing that attachment with their crowd. These are the marketing strategies with the new innovations. It might be the entrepreneurs bringing up, or even not the entrepreneur, the existing marketplace they are bringing up. Maggie. Everyone might be eating Maggie from their childhood time. But when the Maggie, it came like the iron content was on the higher side. Does it really impacted you till that time, like 15 years you were having Maggie? Did it impacted on your health? The answer is no. But somewhere the FCC either or the FASI, the food testing organization or the bodies, they have tested it. They found somewhere the iron content on the higher side. But somehow we all know how Maggie has been attachment emotionally to each person. They are getting bored. 2 minutes Maggie. Is Maggie really cooked in 2 minutes? Anyone person here, he has cooked Maggie in 2 minutes? The answer is no. Still they have created that. No. Team building and collaboration. Is anything connected without a team building? A single person can't build anything. Everyone might be have the stories in the school time. The bunch of sticks cannot be broken easily, but a single stick can be broken easily. Similarly, that person is there. If a person is trying to do the work, 2 plus 2 is two persons are doing different works. 2 plus 2, what it will be giving 4. But similarly, that persons are working together. 2 plus 2 can even be giving the equations. It can be 22. No, we all have seen that the mathematical equations somewhere it's in the funny nature. 1 equals to 1. But similarly, making it 1 plus 1, it gets 11 equals to 11. The output works gets in a higher scale. It's obviously on the team building. It's not obviously all the five fingers as the human, they are not in a similar dimensions or the sizes. Every person in your team might be not the same, but somehow gathering the plus points for any person, gathering the minus points, minimizing it, giving it another shape, the output is there of the team. No, like in a family, all might be having their parents, siblings, few of them might be the single child persons. In a siblings also, you might be knowing that every person is not the same. Every person's your siblings are having different choices, different adaptability, but somehow your parents are managing. No, they are giving whatever requirements to a particular daughter or the son, whatever requirements to the particular another child, somehow they are managing. So it's a team management. So from where the team management comes, or the team building, from the home, think how your parents are growing you up. So similarly, you need to analyze the plus minus points of your team, then only it can be grown up. Similarly, these have been finded out by the entrepreneurs. The next point comes like problem solving and decision making, where the problem is not there. Every persons are having the problem. Few people are having problems getting up in the morning. Okay, I have shared an Instagram reel, I've got only 100 likes or only 150 views. Even I am having 700 followers, how come 150 views only? Few are saying that, Are, I forgot to charge my cell phone at the night, now I would be charging, how would be I seeing the reels? Few are having that there is no breakfast meal. Coming to the poverty part of the country, few are having the problem that what they will be having in the breakfast. So every person is having different problems in their life. So it's on you how to tackle the problems, how to gather new knowledge. After tackling the problem, only you will be going ahead. No, going back into the time, there was the wheels. Wheels were square shaped wheels. Everyone might have seen the boards or the past videos into your history, like fourth, fifth standards. Directly, the wheels were not invented into a circle type. Somewhere it was square, triangle. So slowly they have got the evaluation. No, industrial revolution, if you can say. Somehow it changed. Earlier it was there like IC engines, combustion engines were there, petrol and diesel. They were not getting that much mileage. Then it came directly the battery engines. Somewhere the battery engines were higher costing. So what exactly the third person has done to solve both the cases? They have combined both the technologies. The technology for the petrol or the diesel engine along with the battery engines. Nowadays, there's the hybrid technology. The examples like Tata hybrid, the Toyota Hydra. Everyone might be seeing Toyota Hydra. The Hydra, immediately the platform is same like as what the Brezza is having. But somewhere Brezza is not giving that mileage, whereas the Toyota Hydra is giving mileage. Toyota set up a milestone into the manufacturing automobile industry on the global level, whereas Toyota is having the chances, or you can say its working length around 7 lakh to 8 lakh kilometers its vehicles can run, whereas other vehicles they can't even run 1 lakh kilometers. So somewhere the problem solving, like a common person is purchasing a vehicle. How many years do you expect a person to long last the vehicle? 5, 7, 8 years, correct? In that 5, 7, 8 years, if the person is using that vehicle on a very larger scale, the running is higher. Is it possible for a common person to exchange or purchase a new vehicle in the 2 years, invest 7, 8 lakhs in a 2 to 3 years? It's not possible. So somewhere this problem has been solved by the manufacturer. For an example, like I have given a Toyota or even the Hyundai is there, Hyundai, so that the common people can use a common vehicle for a long lasting. The next comes like the innovation or the continuous improvement. The continuous improvement is obviously there. Samsung. Samsung, anyone using a Samsung nowadays? Cell phone, or all are Apple and Vivo cell phones? Many of them might be the Samsung as well, correct? So somewhere like in 2013 till 2017-18, Samsung was on a degrading scale. Sir, am I within the time? Any time limit? Please let me know, sir.
Sure, you can speak till the next 20 minutes. Sure.
Okay, great, sir. Thank you so much. So Samsung was there, one of the common example I am taking. I am not taking the examples apart from the box, a daily life examples. Samsung was there when Nokia was the market player. Samsung was somewhere degrading. But what exactly Samsung has bought the new technology? The touchscreen Samsung has bought. So nowadays Samsung is on the top player. After Apple, the Samsung comes into the global level. The second biggest player, और यू कैन से हार्डली 19-20 का फर्क है सैमसंग एंड एप्पल में. So Samsung is there on the topmost player. Samsungs are having the flip phones. Along with the flip phones, they are having the folding phones. The screen is displayed on the after the folding phones. Samsungs are having the phones from 5 lakhs till 2 lakhs amounts. 5,000 till 2 lakhs. Is any Apple phone coming within the range of 30,000? Below 40,000, is there any Apple phone? No. So Apple, what exactly the strategy or the innovation Apple is using? They are targeting the high income people only. But what Samsung has given, they are targeting even the lower peoples, the people or the crowd or the market. They are having lower budget like 10, 15,000. Every person is not rich, like I will might not rich as any one of you, or people who are arranging their attending there might be not rich as any other person. But obviously everyone is having the expectations. ख्वाहिशें सबकी होती है, पूरी कैसी करना ये उनके ऊपर रहता है. So they are gathering or they are opting to the lower versions of the Samsung. Basic example for the Samsung, like recently which Samsung is there? S24 there. Am I right? S24. Immediately they have launched after 1-2 months the fan edition of S24. S24 is starting ranging from 80,000. The fan edition is around 35,000. Similarly, features only the processor is less. Obviously, they also know the person using the 30,000 cell phone, he might be not using for a longer time. Minor changes in the camera, the micro camera, these minor changes are there. So somewhere the innovation the Samsung has been bringing up. The another innovation example I would be like to giving like the China is bought up Vivo and Oppo. Both were the single company only. Somewhere they have given chosen the apart paths, but they have the same platform only. No, somewhere the parent organization is the same. Xiaomi, they are also the part of Xiaomi only. Vivo and Oppo along with the Redmi, their parent organization is Redmi only. Sorry, Xiaomi only. Like Volkswagen, everyone might be knowing. Lamborghini, Skoda, Land Rover, not the Land Rover, the other what we say automobile organization. They are under the parent organization Volkswagen. The Indian organization like saying Tata is having a group. Land Rover is owned by Tata. Jaguar is owned by Tata. Tata Motors is owned by Tata. Whatever might be there. Similarly, giving to the FMCG product, Tetley is owned by Tata. Red Label is owned by Tata. Tata Taj is been owned by Tata. The tea powders which we are using. So these are somewhere innovation. Gathering the market by using a small platform. The niche market capturing we can term it. Now going to the another field like the retrofitting. Anyone have heard like the retrofitting or the greenovation? Okay, the global what we say the planet is warming up. Global warming. These common words everyone had used heard. Correct. So nowadays when going into the what we say tier 1 cities, Mumbai, Delhi, the Gurgaon, Noida sector, even the Pune is been now counting into a tier 1 cities, the IT organization. All the four side has been covered as a glass, correct? So do you think like even it at our home, if you are opening the windows, how the sun rays are coming inside and it's getting warmer? So we are owning the AC or we are owning the fan, correct? For the fan, it's fine. Electricity has been burning. But for the AC, CFC gases, carbon fluoro gases are being coming out. So somewhere it's gathering, increasing the temperature. So what exactly the organization, various organizations has been made. These glasses are having controllable systems. What exactly they are controlling the temperature, the transparency. Like automobiles, we are seeing everyone roaming into the cars. They might be knowing the windshield, correct? A thin film is there on the car. The windows are there, no? Backside windows, the passenger windows, a thin film is there. In this case, similarly, a controllable thin film is there into these glasses. These are not the normal glasses. Whenever it comes to the summer days, automatically the controlling person is having the control. How to control the temperatures, what exactly the sun rays to be captured and where the sun rays are to be blocked. This is been captured or organized by the controller with fitted into the controller so that the AC temperature is not to be risen up on a higher scale. Because obviously they will be using the AC, forget about the global warming and all that. But when it comes to the hello. But whenever it comes to the common part, the electricity bill will be rising. It will be on the higher side for any person. So these glasses are controlled. Temperature is being controlled. In summertime, the temperature, the sun rays, they are not capturing much. So the inner side temperature is on a lower scale. The example is like the Empire State Building. The next example is like a Tesla solar roof. Everyone might be knowing the Tesla, the automatic driven cars. It is one of the innovation of Elon Musk, right? So they are having the same part. The next is like the common example, like everyone had seen the infinity pool of Singapore. Infinity pool of Singapore, Marina Bay Sands. Okay, it's one of the part where Marina Bay, like hotel industry has also utilized this example. The globe or the glasses are there. Not only the IT companies, even the hotel industries have implemented this example into their day-to-day life, so that they somewhere they are efficient on the what we say electricity part. A common example, like even if we are having a roof, we are coating a white coat on the roof terrace, or planting green trees, or keeping a green trees or the flower pots on our terrace. Somewhere the roof is on a lower part, so that the internal rooms have been at a lower temperature. This we are using now technology. But anyone, have you visited the Agra fort? Any might be you might be visited various forts. Major crowd is from which of the cities, sir? Can you let me know? Shravan sir? The major students
Yeah.
which are attending the conference, they are from which part of the country?
Most of them are from India, spread across from various, and we also have some from Nepal, I guess, Valley State College.
Okay, great to have
Right.
international
Yeah,
attendees
sure.
as well. So, if you visit any time of the forts, the Rajasthan, all might be knowing Rajasthan is one of the states. They have preserved the forts as much as any other state has preserved the forts. So, when you visit, there was the thin gap between the two walls. The cold water was flowing from that walls, so that the rooms for the kings and other children of the kings or the family of the king, it was stored in a cooler area, because at that time they were not having the fans, the electricity was not there commonly available. So how to keep the rooms? Not always being using a hand fan was an example for them. So they were floating the common water, the cold water among the walls. Once in a time, if you get chance to visit any of the palaces or even the Jaipur Palace as well, you will be getting an example. The guides are giving very nice examples, explaining into their accent how the rooms were keeping into that cold temperatures and all that. Next example is also the Millennium Park, Chicago. Anyone might be have seen at least the Chicago part. Chicago is one of the state, the rectangle one within the country. Just avoid the noise. Obviously, I am also at the home, so some of the back noise is coming there. So Chicago, you might be have
No
seen
issues.
exactly into a state. There's a in a rectangle platform. There's a park there. What was the requirement of the park? Obviously, they would have built the buildings and all that, but somewhere to maintain the ecosystem as well as the temperature, the government has given okay to keep the park as it is, to bring the greenery. Every day we are seeing that paid bachao, paid lagao. Earlier is what beti bachao, beti padhao. Correct? Now it was paid lagao, paid bachao. Because everyone knowing that if the trees will be not there, every up and downs will be there for the planet Earth or Maharashtra as well. Anyone seen in Germany is there? Germany is one of the live example, like the electric vehicles, the trucks, the transportation trucks. They are electrically chargeable trucks. In this case, when the trucks are running on the highway, anyone visited Mumbai? Mumbai, many of them have visited, right? Or even there might be few examples from participants. So Mumbai, the locals are traveling on the rail, the local rails. Up ahead, they are having the charging points. So when the train is traveling, the lines are there, connection. So that when it comes to the particular area, they are operated on the battery or the electricity rather than on the diesel or the coal. Coal engines are obviously exhausted from the country now, but on diesel. Similarly, this example has been realistic on the Germany. Whenever the trucks are traveling on the highways, a particular lane is there on the highway in the Germany country. These trucks are chargeable trucks. It might be owned by the Tesla or any other organizations there, automobile or companies obviously. They are using the charger, and this battery is being provided by the government, not by the particular person or the transporters. The next example I can give, like a day-to-day example, like many of people, the classroom boards are there. Come on, few cases that are not changing. Like in Aryas and Vedas, everyone might be having heard in the book. Obviously, a faculty is teaching there, students are sitting there, their faculty is teaching something on the blackboard, correct? Even after centuries, is this pattern changed? The answer is no. The pattern is not changed. So in few cases, the patterns are not changing. Similarly, I would like to highlight my point like whenever any person is there, you want to be an entrepreneur or even working under any person, the platforms are set like vision and goal. A person entering into an organization, obviously he has some target. A new person joining after graduations, people are joining like 4 5 7 lakhs of package. He is having a target to achieve some of the particular packages which are obtained by the IIT peoples like 17 18 lakhs packages. A goal or vision to be set whenever a person is working anywhere. It might be a small startup organization or a big organization, even like a Google. It's working operating in the Hyderabad. They should have the effective communication or the transparent communication. If you are having a knowledge filled in yourself, if you are not giving out that knowledge to your seniors or juniors, how they will be understanding? If you want a cell phones, obviously you might be all the students, they might be convincing your parents, no, what are the advantages of the cell phone or a bike. If you want a bike, you might be convincing your parents, papa ye bike leke do, mummy ye bike leke do. Girls are also convincing, like if they are requiring particular makeup or the cosmetic material, particular cosmetics leke do hame, it's not getting vanish off in the rainy times. They are giving the example. So effective communication or the transparent communication. The next comes like the empowerment. If you are not empowering, you are not showing your power in a positive way, obviously that what exactly the requirement is there, showing the decision how it's required, then it's them. The next comes the emotional intelligence. Emotional blackmail you all might have done to your parents some of the moment in your life, giving various examples like school times, going on a trips, जाना है सब parents जा रहे हैं मुझे नहीं जाने दे रहे हो. Emotional blackmail, it's somewhere useful. It's not that the harmful, but you can use it in your workplace, your home place, or anywhere you can use it. Making a puppy face like, okay, sir, I wish to go home, grant me holidays. I am not well, giving some excuses, even there is long weekend. Team building and collaboration. Anything is not coming in a single person. Team building is obviously required by every person, because obviously even the Rome was not built in a overnight by a single person, or Taj Mahal was not built by a single person. It was a thought or a vision of a single person which was built by a group of workers. Problem solving and decision making is another point which to be highlighted. Obviously problems are coming at every step. Initially when you are starting any business, you might be not facing any problem. It might be the financial problem, the market problem, the company organization problem, or any other government rules and regulation changing day to day. Like Delhi, you might have heard in the noon, the CM of the Delhi has been changed. Obviously many people might be facing the problem what exactly the new CM, the lady power has been came onto the throne. How the lady will be throning, will he be the same as, she will be the same as Indira Gandhi was there, or she will be the change, she will be the another phase of Arvind Kejriwal. Everyone might be having the question, but how these problems to be tackled, that comes me. Innovation and continuous improvement. Innovation is mandatory for everyone. Everyone having an innovation. Like every now and then changes are there. Even the sunglasses are there. The VR. Anyone of having the VR virtual reality? The glasses, the bigger VR glasses, like it's seeing into a 3D way. So it was also a reality. Earlier the 3D
Excuse me, Dr. Kanade. I would like to request you to just wrap it up your speech in 2 minutes.
Okay, great. Just 2 points more, sir.
Sure.
Like the accountability
Sure.
and responsibility. Whenever the person is going on the higher scale or the higher position, he is responsible for each and every minute things happens. Like if anything happens into one part of the nation, the prime minister is responsible. Similarly, in your organization, being an entrepreneur or the team manager, anything misbehaving or even problem happens, you are the responsible. So I hope this session was useful for many of you. Few points I might have given the similarly, which was you what we say common for every person, or few points I have given different. So if any questions, you can please reach out to me anytime. So thank you once again to the SK team for giving me the opportunity to interact with the various persons. Thank you, Shravan sir. Thank you, SK team.
Sure, Dr. Kanane.
Thank
In fact, your speech has actually motivated me to research into different industries, especially the mobile segment that we're talking about.
Thank
So
you.
that was actually quite interesting. Your case studies and simulations were something new.
Thank
Total thank you. We request you to kindly share your email ID in the chat box so that if anyone has any queries, they can straight away reach out.
Sure, I will share my email address so that they can reach to me. Just giving a short brief about me. I am not introduced. I am faculty for MBA department. I have completed my PhD along with my long research. Currently pursuing as an assistant professor into a Nasik Sindhi Foundation. Many of them might be knowing. You can reach me to the LinkedIn as well, Dr. Tarun Kanade, or even the social media platforms, so that we can carry the conversation ahead or the research there. Thank you. Thank you once again to one and all.
Sure.
Best of luck for your
Sure.
life ahead. Thank you, sir.
Now, moving ahead, we would like to invite Dr. Shrikant Prasad to commence his speech and share his insights with all of us. Yes, Shrikant ji, am I audible? Sure, sure. Shrikant ji, am I audible? If you can just
You can
unmute
just
yourself.
unmute yourself. Hello, hello,
Yeah,
hello. May I
Shrikant ji, good
audible?
evening.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, you're
Good
audible.
evening. Actually, my system is not working properly. Actually, from last 2 days, actually, for there was such a problem. Then may I have to speak like that, or I need to be
You
webcam?
can
Webcam is
speak
not.
like this. No issues,
Okay,
no issues.
thank you so much. Thank you
Sure,
so much, sir. Actually, I have to 3 times I have disconnected and connected again. Okay, actually,
no issues at all.
I okay. Actually, I'm as a, working as a researcher and a researcher economist, and the working is my own companies and factories from last 15 years. Then various topics, the leadership management and strategy. Then actually I belong from economics and financial background. Then I have to talk about that. Okay, actually about the success we have to set a goal, first of all goal, vision and mission. Okay, then we have to analyze the financial ratios, financial analysis, economics policies, government fiscal deficits, etc. But what is the main portion, the main properties of the to achieve the goal or achieve the success is, then there were so many theses, so many from the 18th century, 20th century. There were so many theses, topics like Pareto analysis, Kaizen costing, just in time. We have learned about, but we have to practically apply on this on our proper field. Then it's not working as properly. It's failed many times. I have practical experience in my textile industries, my companies, my NGOs also. I have practically feel it's not properly working. Then we have to analyze we have to think about, first of all, that what human needs actually, the consumer needs, consumer demands. In the global scenario, there were so many MOUs from countries to countries and from companies to companies. There are KPOs working also. Then they have to the change. In our older time, there have such a prediction like roti, kapra, and makan, the basic needs. But there is digitalization. There are so many needs. The changes is compulsory going on. Like we have to set up on the pattern analysis, 20% problems we have to control, 20% problems the head of the companies. Then everything will be goes on, but not the practically is not working presently on my own experience. Okay, like we have to analysis in stock market, financial portions, portfolio management, risk assessment, um, and like the applying the financial policies. Okay, actually which in which last in which I have a company working in the behavioral management. This is a consultancy KPO firm which is working in the US and Canadian taxation policies. We have to working in IFRS, US GAAP, in days. Then their policies, their country's views, opinions, and their country's financial properties is quite different from us. Okay. Hmm. There were
Yeah, Shrikant ji, all fine at your end.
there have a technical problem always from last 2 days, 2 3 days for the weather problem. I'm extremely sorry, sir. I'm extremely sorry.
No issues, no issues. We all
Okay, okay.
understand that tornado is going on.
No, from West Bengal, there's a weather problem also from last 2 3 days. Quite heavy rainfall. Okay, then about the leadership and management, we have to analyze the man. We have a manpower in India. We have so many manpowers, but where have to use it? Okay, like production policies, or like economic scenario, or like also maximum in the new project, the Make in India project. There were so many loans has been disbursement from government of India, and so many entrepreneurs has been set up. But after 2 or 3 years, can't continue in their present scenario on market. Okay, they have to fail. They the bankruptcy, and they have lots of problems in they can't be repay their loans, etc. Okay, then as per my analysis, we have to set a project goals like product life cycle, first starting, growth, maturity, and decline. Then maximum companies has to start as well as, but they can't be grow as usual. Reason: the financial crisis, the bank problems, and the taxation problems also. They were not in proper if, proper advisor who giving the taxation problems like GST. GST is now too much complicated in the present scenario. GST, the dual GST model is a Canadian basis model. This is too complicated for the input taxation, TDS problems, etc. Then we have a techniques, we have a modern times, we have a techniques, and we have the many types of advanced resources. But how could we use it properly in the proper way? This is the main problems, as per my knowledge. Could you have to say something about this?
No, no, Shrikant, you may continue, please.
Okay, thank you. Uh, as per my as per my working experience from last 12 and a half years in KPS, in my companies and my NGOs also, we have getting the funds also. We have getting the funds, we have getting the resources, we have getting the everything. But how could we use it on proper way, on proper manner? Like we have a balance sheet, cash flows, everything. We have to analysis on this. But is it properly applicable on the ground level? I think it's not properly. Not we are using the resources like manpower, like financial resources. We have make the budget like we have 50 crores rupees. We have to invest it in the different portions. We make a portfolio manager. We make portfolio, fund management, and also probability distribution. But on the basic ground, when we have to use this like costing terminology, we have set up pricing, price of a goods on analysis everything, financial policies, customer choice, and promotion, advertisement, everything. But we have to sell it, then they have not getting the profitability on that. So there have been so many managers, leaders, everything, policies, everything is there. But I think the recycle in earlier the Puja ma'am saying about the circular economy. We have a limited resources and we have to use it again and again because resources are also limited. Like financial resources or manpower or everything is limited. You have to reuse it for different techniques, just in time techniques, minimize the timing, minimize the resources, time, etc. And also for investment policies, there are like the FDI policies, different like WTO amendment new or OECD guidelines. We have the direct FDI policies as GDR, Global Depository Receipt, ADR, IDR. We have invest in India and different companies are MOU with India. They have invest in India, but there have the leadership quality, leadership management strategy. Which strategy we have to follow? They have the many things we have to follow. Is on just a minute. As per growth scenario, we have to set the basic. We have to first of all we have to set the basic guidelines, basic goal, basic mission to how to be utilize the resources on the global market analysis. Actually, I'm not prepared about this too much. Actually, I was okay.
No issue at all. No issue at all.
Okay, thank you so much.
Sure. So moving ahead, we would like to extend our thanks to Shrikant Prasad for his amazing speech. And Shrikant ji, I had some questions for you. Since I was just going through your LinkedIn profile and I just noticed that you are a CA, CS, CMA.
I'm not CS. I'm not company secretary. CA, CMA,
Okay.
CA, CMA, CFA, CPA actuaries, but not complete CS. Actually, I have
Yeah,
looking
sure,
at your company's profile. There were many company secretaries also. They are working in the compliances, ROCs. Actually, I am
Sure,
working on the ROC also, but I'm not company secretary. I attend the CS in intermediate and I have to quit it because the law is too much tough.
Sure,
Okay.
sure. But even apart from being an entrepreneur, you are not into so many educational qualifications and you are even a PhD scholar from University of Oxford. So my
Yes.
question to you is like, what is the secret of this motivation? Like even after being an entrepreneur and a director on so many companies, you still
Actually,
pursued so many educational qualifications.
एक्चुअली आई बिलोंग फ्रॉम ए बिजनेस फैमिली. माय फादर सिंपली बोलते थे या तो धंधा में या तो गद्दी में बैठो या फिर पढ़ाई करो. सिंपल सा बात है. हाँ, तो एक्चुअली फ्रॉम तो आई हैव थिंक दैट आई हैव टू स्टडीज को. तो अगर पढ़ना है तो दुकान में मत आना, व्यापार नहीं देखना, और पढ़ना है तो पढ़ना है या फिर दुकान में बैठ जाओ. 12वीं के बाद दुकान में बैठ जाओ, कॉमर्स के बाद, और कुछ नहीं करना है तुमको. सीधी सी बात है. देन आई हैव टू चूज माई education. Actually, one of my friend guide me that after 10+2 you have to join the CACME equivalent. Then I've joined this, and after that I gone to British Council Library. There's a Kolkata British. They have getting the scholarship fellowship program from London School of Economics, Oxford. And after that there have been different. I have to getting the knowledge about it. After complete CA, there have a scope to doing CP or CIMA is easily quietly, and getting the fellowship, research scholarship. And in our colleges there with the MUN project, Model of United Nation. Then I have to join 2-3 models of United Nations. They're getting the knowledge of MUN, OECD, what is the United Nations Security Council. And after that, continuing my studies, research fellowship, and getting the fellowship. Then I have to continue my studies and working with World Bank, United Nations also, and a research project. Also, I am working in the United Nations for different type of research work. Actually, I was working full time with World Bank in 2 years. And suddenly on 2019 for Corona time, my father getting sick and dialysis patient. Then I had to getting back to India and continue my set up my own business and control my own family business also. तो फिर इसका एक ही रीजन है कि कुछ खाली बैठ के क्या करें, कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा. पढ़ाई कर लेते कम से कम, और क्या करेंगे.
Sure. But like I'm meeting a kind of scholar like you for the first time, so actually, namaste from my end. I actually am very motivated by your profile myself.
Thank you so much, sir. एक्चुअली मेरा PhD कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ अभी तक. PG चल रहा है, लास्ट ईयर बाकी है PhD का. वापस चला है 2019 में, तो बाकी उसको कंटिन्यू करना है ऑलरेडी इकोनॉमिक्स में.
Sure. All best wishes from my end that you are able to defend your thesis successfully. Sure.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Now I would like to invite all attendees to put forth their questions, if any. Any questions, you can simply raise your hand. No questions at all? Anyone? Shrikant? Yeah, we have a question from Lalita ji. Lalita Garu, you are not actually audible. If you could just unmute yourself. Yeah, now you're on. Your voice is not still coming. Is Lalita ji audible? Priyanshi?
No, she's not audible. No,
She's
sir,
audible.
She's not audible. No, sir.
Okay. Lalita ji, you can just check your audio mic once. Okay, no issues. You're not audible, so I suggest you just type out your question in the text. In that case. No, not still audible, Lalita ji. Just type out your question in the text. No issue. Sure. So until Lalita ji is typing her question, anyone else who has any queries? Because this is the kind of one of the best speakers we had till today. CA, CS, CFA, CMA, CPA, ये सारी qualification को pursue करते हुए PhD करना is something extremely motivational even for me. Oh yeah. Sure. Shrikant ji, we have a suggestion for you. You can even pursue the CS.
जी हाँ, बोलिए, पूछिए.
Yeah, just check the chat box once. Sure, Lalita ji, Shrikant ji would love your suggestions actually. Even I am pursuing company secretary to be frank. I am into MBA too, so I think I need to complete that next. Sure, Shrikant ji, thank you. Please do share your email ID in the chat box for any queries that our audience might have. Sure, thank you. Further moving ahead, I would like to thank all the audience who have stayed supportive through all the 3 days of this conference. Shrikant, if you can just mute yourself. Yeah. The voice is actually echoing. Sure, thank you. Now moving ahead, I would like to thank all the speakers as well as the attendees who have stayed supportive all these 3 days and attended the conference. I know 1.5 hours is actually quite tedious. Would have done a lot